Hey there, Drew here. Welcome back to the Drew Saur coaching channel. If this is your first time here, thanks for joining us. This channel is for those of us who want to have stellar careers with a little less stress and, if we can, a bit more fun. My job is to bring you ideas that'll help you think about your career in a new way. I promise that if you try them out, you'll start to see the professional world differently. And more importantly, they'll start to see you differently. So this video is part of my series on relationship and team building. Because doing everything by ourselves is really hard, and we can all use some help. So the question we're trying to answer here is, can I gather and organize the right resources? Now, resources can be capital, can be knowledge, but more often than not, particularly in the corporate context, it means building a team. And one of the most important things to realize about building a high-performing team is that a team is just a collection of individuals. And to have that team aligned, it's really important to understand where each of those individuals are, what motivates them, where they want to go, also you can help align them together against a common goal. So to do that well, we want to have some models that help us understand, okay, so where is everybody? Where are they today? And so what I want to share with you is one of those models, which is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So you may have heard of this, it's a relatively famous one, it comes from psychology, and it's a good way to understand at a very basic level, where are people operating at the moment? So let me go through it relatively quickly. So you can see the model here. It's typically shown as a pyramid. Basically go from the bottom. You have to meet the bottom needs before you go to the top. So the first two levels are considered basic needs. So on the way bottom, you have physiological needs. Food, shelter, warmth, the stuff that keeps your body going. You need to have that first. Then comes safety and security, right? You need to be secure in terms of where your life is. You need to have a sense of safety. So those are the basic needs that everybody needs first. Once you have that, you move to the psychological needs. So first up, you have belonging or love, this idea that we all need some sort of relationships. We need family, we need friends, we need to be with other people as one of the basic needs that we all have. Once you go above that, you're now talking about esteem. So this is recognition, it's accomplishments, it's the feelings of self-worth. And those are the psychological needs. And then at the top, you have self-actualization, which is this idea of finding a purpose, having a meaning to your life. Again, the idea is you start with the bottom, you got to fulfill those before you go to the top. So how does this apply to our work setting? So if you look at a team that you're trying to align against a common goal, you ask yourself, okay, where is everybody? And so on a very basic level, as an example, if somebody has some sort of tragedy in their life, they have a sick relative, they're really down towards the bottom. They have very basic needs around security and safety. They need to know everything's going to be okay. They're not worried about their mission or their purpose. They're not even worried about recognition and doing well. They just want to get through this really difficult period in their life. The flip side that I see a lot is sort of mid-career professionals who have kind of gotten the promotion, they've gotten the money, they've gotten the title, and they're trying to find something more. They want to have a bigger purpose, a bigger mission, right? This is exactly what happened to me, right? That's why I ended up in coaching as I am, because eventually a lot of us hit that point where, okay, you've got the esteem, the recognition, and now you're trying to figure out self-actualization. So what happens if you don't use this? The basic idea is that if you're talking to somebody at the wrong level, your message just will not be heard. So take an example, which unfortunately does happen a lot in companies these days, is there's a downsizing. There's a sort of shrinking of the business. There are people being laid off. When people are being laid off, most of the employees are actually going to be down in that safety and security. Why? Because if you get fired, it basically jeopardizes your security. You may not have an income. How are you going to feed the family? All those kind of things. So they are thinking about security. So if you're talking to them about the mission, if you're talking to them about, fulfilling their purpose in life, it's going to fall on deaf ears because what they're worried about is safety and security. And so you need to address that need first before you start to deal with the other ones. That's the idea. So again, make sure that you're talking to somebody at the level that they're operating on in order for that message to be heard. So here's the exercise. Take your team, go through each individual, and try to figure out where are they operating today. Do they have the safety and security they need? Are they looking for sort of fit and belonging? That's a very typical thing for any new joiners, right? You start to figure out, do I belong here? Before you worry about the recognition. Longer term people, recognition, and then some people, right, are worried about What's my purpose? I want to have something very meaningful. I care less about these other things. So go through your team, figure out where they are, and then as a bonus, figure out how you can adjust your messaging to them so that it will resonate better. If you don't have a team, try it for yourself. Where are you today? What are the messages that would most motivate you? So try it out. Let me know below in the comments how it went. And as always, remember it's your career, so you might as well enjoy it. And if you're looking to make a significant change in your career, it helps to have a partner. So go grab a friend or hire a coach. And if you want to consider working with me, you can go to drewsaur.com and find some time for us to chat. I look forward to seeing you next time.